Hey Stitches! Welcome to my YouTube channel, Fairy Godfather Knits. I am Matthew, aka Fairy Godfather. And if you are new to me, I am a queer Canadian fiber artist, usually coming to you from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And it has been a while since I have put out a video with talking. I have just been doing the Let's Knit Together series, which are videos where I just sit and knit along with classical music so that people at home can do their knitting or crocheting or other crafting or quiet work with me. But I do really want to get back to my regular knitcast and other talking videos. It's been over a year since I've done them, and it's time to come back. So I thought a great way to reintroduce myself and get back in the habit of making other videos would be to do a little update on all the things I've knit for Sophia. If you're new to me, I am what's called a known donor, meaning I was a sperm donor to a single mother by choice. And it's open, it's known to Sophia, like who I am. So she does call me dad or daddy, and I love to knit for her. So I thought, because the first video I did of everything I knit for Sophia was so popular with people, that I thought it would be great to give you a little update about things I've knit for Sophia and how Sophia's doing. She's gonna be the main star of this video. And we did get to have a little visit together recently, so at the end I'll put up some pictures from that as well. So that's what you're in store for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm just gonna roll some of the clips. Okay, so the first project for Sophia that I want to talk to you about is a little bit complicated to introduce. If you are a YouTube knitting person or a YouTube fiber person, you see that often yarn companies will gift yarn to YouTubers or designers to make things with. And it kind of feels like this like real milestone or this real thing to like be working towards, or at least it did for me. Last fall, I was very happy to be approached by Karen Cakes. And they were doing a promotion, and they messaged me offering me product in exchange for making something with some social media content. I ended up making a dress for Sophia and posting about it over on my Instagram. You can see the reel up there. This was a very mixed experience, if I'm being honest. We were sort of given to believe that we were like being selected for our creativity and originality, but then at the same time, we were given a very like specific script to use and very specific language to post with and very specific ideas about like what we could make and so on. So yeah, it was just a bit complicated that way. And the amount of product that I got, which was 3 cakes, was, compared to the amount of work that went into it, is just like an interesting relationship that I would definitely be reconsidering before I agreed to do something again, let's say. So in any case, the dress I made for Sophia, though, did turn out really well. It's the Frieia Dress by Oge Knitwear Designs. And I picked it because you can kind of see in the photo there's that blue and white one I thought was really nice. So what was special about the yarn that I got was that it featured this intense gradient. And I think I have some still shots of it that maybe I can put up. I'm not going to put in the video that I used in my reel because I'm just not clear on what's allowed and not allowed. So I don't have a lot of like process video of my making it. But the main point is just that I pulled from the middle and the outside. So the middle was like the most white and the outside was the most blue. And I used those as the like main color and contrasting color, knowing that the dress would sort of like ombre into itself as it went on, because like the middle is all the same color. You know what I mean? Hopefully this makes sense in the photos. I had made this dress once before for my friend Jonathan's daughter, Vera. I'll pop a photo up if I have it. And but I hadn't made it for Sophia, and I wanted to make one in her size because she has been growing very quickly. And anyway, what I will share with you now is her reaction video. So she sent me 3 different videos. But like she sings the alphabet song in all three of them. And, you know, there's just some other stuff. So I've kind of like, I've cut together the best of the three sort of like reaction videos that Sophia sent me about this dress. Here she is.
I love you, Daddy. You're the best. You knit so many things for me. And this spells I love you, Sophia. I thank you for this card. I thank you for the dress. I thank you for the chicken. I thank you for my little shirt. I thank you for everything that you knit me. And maybe you'll give me a present next time, because I think that this card is so special, and this dress is so special because it's from you. These look like clouds. I love you. Hi, Daddy. I love you. I really like this dress that I made me. Are these little clouds, and this is the sky, and you knitted me so many things, and I love them. This was the best gift ever, because you knit lots of stuff for me. You knitted my chicken, you knitted this beautiful dress, and then you knitted my beautiful little shirt. I love you, Daddy, and I want to do a little song for you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, M, Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? I love you, Daddy.
So that was happening last kind of September, October. And then I actually took last year off in terms of Christmas gift knitting. So for Christmas 2024, I did not do any gift knitting. I just, I just wasn't in a place where I was feeling called to do that. It can get really stressful, and I just wanted to give myself a bit of a break in terms of like producing in that way and like knitting in that way. You know, with a deadline for other people, and especially with Sophia, because she is growing so fast and changing so much so quickly. It just didn't feel like the right time to do anything knit-wise for her for Christmas. I sent other gifts. So the only other thing was then her birthday is in March. So I spent a lot of the winter on her birthday present, which was another Penguino. So I have made her a Penguino before. I've also made a Penguino for my friend's daughter. And I have made one Penguino for my brother. These are all Stephen West patterns. So the Penguino was first. It's the sort of adult one. The name comes from a cross between penguin and kimono. So Penguino. And then Stephen West later released the Penguino, which is for wee little ones, the version for kids. So like I say, this is my third time making it. I have a lot of footage. It's going to start with the blocking, and then I go through and talk about all the yarns that I used, because it was entirely from my stash. I've been knitting almost entirely from my stash for the past year or year and a half. So I just show where the yarns are left over from. And then again, there is a reaction of Sophia opening it on her birthday. So let's roll those clips. So I'm just going to give some context here. I think I was originally intending a video all about blocking different pieces. But for anyone who's watching that may not know, what I'm doing here is wet blocking. It is when you finish your knitted piece, and in order to relax the stitches and help you shape it, you soak it in water. Some people do warm, some people don't. And, you know, there's fancy wool washes you can buy. I just use a little bit of dish soap. But you soak your item. I usually leave it in for about 10 minutes. And then you push out all the excess water, and then you kind of shape the garment and let it dry. Now, this one, the Penguino, I wanted to grow because it's for Sophia. And even though she's only turning 5, she's wearing sometimes like 8 to 10 year size things because she is very tall. So I did this in the 8-year-old size. and I wanted it to grow, which it has. So this wet blocking experience, a little more thumbs up. So yeah, like many of us, I have been experiencing a bit of economic tightness, and especially when it comes to things like yarn, they're just not in the budget anymore. But of course, I still want to make things for Sophia. So I had a black skein and a white skein of Barocco vintage, and I combined that with some other things. So there is, here it's held double with a pink, and that pink and also this yellow, you know, here are all and this welt, that's all West Knits Tandem, I believe it's called, or West Knits Bicycle. I'll have to check, from when I made the painting bricks sweater for Kyle. So I think that yarn from that kit and that sweater is totally done now. But yeah, so I had the yellow and the pink left, so that's where those came from. This turquoise obviously is, well, obviously to me is from the, and in this welt, is from the Les Garçons yarn that I got when I did the Dustland sweater that famously grew way too much in blocking. I'm hopefully throwing the photos of these things up as I reference them. This pink that you see is, I'll go closer. It's here, it's on the front as well. It's a cotton pink, but I did use it in a dress for Sophia, which you'll see here. So this was the leftover of that. Both of these pinks I've used for Sophia. This one was from way back, this sweater. And this, that was all from We Are Knitters. The wool, or the petite wool. I think one's called Marshmallow and one's called Unicorn or something. And I used those in that little unicorn beanie that I made her. These welts, this one and this one, are leftover yarn from these socks that I made, which was a kind of self-striping yarn from Gauge Dye Works. And I had made those socks with it. Hold on as I turn. Okay, so this is the front. The pinks that you see in here and in here, this is that cotton again. But this pink and these pinks were mini skeins from the Les Garçons kit that I got, where like it was around Christmas. The pattern was a cowl. I just don't like cowls, and I didn't know it was going to be a cowl before I bought it. So I hadn't been sure what to ever do with those. I had started a James N. Watts design, and then I ended up pulling it out. So the greens I used in something else that, depending when I post things, you may or may not have already seen. But the pinks, yeah, ended up here. And then I was running out, and sort of unexpectedly, when I got to the collar. So in the collar, I found some other things in my stash. I had little bits left over from this shawl that I was working on, that I was doing sort of with scraps and things that I had. And I had little bits left over. I think I was maybe planning to do tassels or something at the end, but I decided that this was more important. Even a little bit of this, it's actually like a navy in here, not a black, is from a little bit I had left over from the West Knits MCAL 2 years ago, the Geo Gradient. No? Yes, Geo Gradient. And then when it came time to do the border, this is that Earth monochrome that I love so much. And I had so much of this yellow. You've seen it in other projects of mine. And I had just used it in the Night Nook sweater. And yeah, I had just enough left to do the edging all around. So I kind of like it because it's a similar color palette to the first one that I made her when she was so much younger. The sort of like pinks and yellows and turquoises. I hope it will be sort of spring-y and Easter-y and, you know, Sophia lives in Kelowna, BC, which the climate there is sort of ahead of Toronto in the sense of like spring comes sooner and it's like warmer there. So yeah, I'm hoping this will be her coat for spring. I can actually put this on, so it looks like it still looks small to me, but again, like she's only turning 5, but she's very tall. So, but I measured it, and I think it should fit her. So, I mean, it will fit her for sure right now, but I hope that she'll get a couple years out of it, I guess is what I'm saying. And then it'll be time to make her another one. So anyway, I just need to write her card and get this off in the mail.
Oh, let me something.
Oh. Oh, Sophia.
It must have taken all day.
Oh, I'm sure it took more than a day. What is it? Oh, it looks pretty. What is it?
I think it's a dress.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold it up.
Okay.
It's a jacket. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, put it on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think people will say I love your jacket?
I think they'll say, where did you get that? Sophia, it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And look, I love this at the back. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice work, Daddy. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Go look in the mirror. Nana's going to lose her mind when she sees it. She's going to be jealous.
Where did you get that?
That's exactly what she's going to say. Very nice, Daddy.
And just the final little bit to share with you, as I mentioned at the top of the video, is that Sophia and her mom recently came to Toronto, and I was able to have some visits with her. So they were really fun times. I didn't take video of that. I was sort of imagining having her on as like a full guest on the podcast, but we just didn't quite get the opportunity to do it. But one of the days, so the first day, I'll put up photos as I'm describing what we did. How about that? So the first day that we met up, she told me she was excited but shy, and I said that I could relate to those feelings and felt the same way. And so we went to the park together and played in the park, and then I took her for ice cream. We walked over to a little ice cream place nearby. She had chocolate, I had mint chocolate chip. And yeah, it was just so lovely. She's incredible. She's talking so much. She's so smart. Anyway, it was just amazing to spend time with her. So then a couple days later, she was able to come over to my apartment. And I wasn't going to bring up anything knitting related. Like, I just didn't want to force it or make it about that. But she could just, like, she just saw so many knitted things in my apartment. And she said that she wanted to learn how to knit and asked if I could teach her. And I was totally floored. I was not prepared for that at all. I know there's like finger knitting that people do a lot with toddlers and whatever, but I was completely unprepared. So I just tried to do a quick little lesson. I have some photos here of getting a slip knot and just casting on to some big needles and just sort of explaining how it worked. And she seemed to have a good time. And then we ended up, instead, the rest of the day, we did a painting and we went to the park again. And it was just an incredible time. So it was a very, very fun visit. And well, thank you so much for joining me for this update on all the things I've knit for Sophia. And I will be back soon with the regular Knitcast, filling you in on everything I've been knitting for the past year and everything else that has been going on. I'm going to continue to do the Let's Knit Together videos, but I'll be adding a lot more content as well. I hope you'll join me for that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends. And until next time, happy knitting. Bye.